What if I told you that just a few centuries ago, the world's most powerful nation didn't even exist? No skyscrapers, no Silicon Valley, no Hollywood, no global military, not even a country called the United States. Yet today, America influences almost every corner of the planet. From the smartphone in your pocket to the movies you watch, from the world's strongest currency to the most advanced military, America's fingerprints are everywhere. But here's the real mystery. How did a small collection of struggling colonies become the world's greatest superpower? Was it luck? Was it natural resources? Or was it a series of bold decisions that changed history forever? Stay with me until the end, because the final lesson from America's rise is something every nation and every person can learn from. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because every week we uncover the untold stories that shaped our world. The story begins long before the United States existed. For thousands of years, North America was home to millions of Native Americans who built thriving civilizations, traded across vast regions, and developed unique cultures. Then, during the Age of Exploration, European explorers crossed the Atlantic, searching for wealth, trade routes, and new opportunities. Among them, Britain established 13 colonies along the eastern coastline. Life in these colonies was incredibly difficult. Harsh winters, disease, food shortages, and conflicts with nature tested every settler. But those hardships also created a population that became resilient, ambitious, and determined to build a better future. As the colonies grew stronger, tensions with Britain also increased. The British government imposed taxes while denying the colonists a voice in Parliament. The famous phrase, "No taxation without representation," became the rallying cry for a revolution. In 1776, the Declaration of Independence announced that the colonies would no longer accept British rule. It was an extraordinary gamble. A small, poorly equipped force challenged the most powerful empire on earth. Against overwhelming odds, the Americans won the Revolutionary War. It wasn't just a military victory. It was the birth of a nation founded on the revolutionary ideas of liberty, self-government, and individual rights. Winning independence was only the first battle. The new nation faced enormous challenges. The economy was weak, the government lacked experience, and many believed the United States would collapse within a few years. Instead, its leaders created the U.S. Constitution, establishing one of the world's most stable systems of government. By protecting private property, encouraging entrepreneurship, and creating clear laws, the young nation gave ordinary people the confidence to build businesses, farms, and communities. The 19th century became an era of breathtaking expansion. America pushed westward, connecting the country with railroads that transformed transportation and trade. Vast farmlands produced food on an unprecedented scale, while new cities emerged across the continent. Millions of immigrants from Europe arrived seeking freedom and opportunity. They brought skills, determination, and fresh ideas that fueled economic growth. Although the nation suffered through the devastating Civil War, it emerged more united than before. The abolition of slavery marked a turning point in the country's long journey toward equality, even though many challenges remained. Then came the Industrial Revolution, a period that completely transformed America's future. Inventors and entrepreneurs changed the way people lived and worked. Thomas Edison helped bring electric light into homes. Alexander Graham Bell revolutionized communication with the telephone. Henry Ford transformed manufacturing by introducing the moving assembly line, making automobiles affordable for ordinary families. Factories expanded, steel production soared, and American industries became some of the most productive in the world. Innovation became America's greatest competitive advantage. The 20th century would elevate the United States to global leadership. During World War I, America emerged as an important international power. But it was World War II that truly reshaped the world. While Europe and much of Asia were devastated by years of destruction, America's homeland remained largely untouched. Its factories produced enormous quantities of tanks, aircraft, ships, weapons, and supplies for the Allied forces. By the time the war ended in 1945, the United States possessed the world's strongest economy, unmatched industrial capacity, and enormous international influence. It also played a leading role in rebuilding war-torn nations, strengthening alliances that continue to shape global politics today. Soon after, another conflict began, not with direct battles between superpowers, but through technology, intelligence, military strength, and ideology. This was the Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union. Both nations competed to dominate science, nuclear technology, and space exploration. In 1969, the Apollo 11 mission placed the first humans on the moon. It was more than a scientific achievement. It became a symbol of American innovation, determination, and technological leadership. Massive investments in research, education, and engineering during this period laid the foundation for future breakthroughs. In the decades that followed, America led another revolution, this time in technology. Silicon Valley became the center of global innovation. Companies like Apple, Microsoft, Intel, Google, Amazon, and countless startups changed the way humanity communicates, works, shops, and accesses information. The internet, personal computers, smartphones, cloud computing, and artificial intelligence all grew rapidly, with major contributions from American innovators. At the same time, Hollywood became the world's entertainment capital, spreading American culture across continents, while leading universities attracted brilliant minds from around the globe. Economic strength was matched by military power. The United States built the world's most advanced armed forces, developed cutting-edge defense technologies, and established alliances with dozens of nations. The US dollar became the world's primary reserve currency, giving America extraordinary influence over international trade and finance. Together, economic leadership, technological innovation, military capability, educational excellence, and cultural influence created a level of global power unmatched in modern history. But America's journey has never been perfect. The nation has faced economic recessions, political polarization, civil rights struggles, terrorist attacks, financial crises, and controversial wars. Every generation encountered new obstacles that threatened its progress. Yet one pattern appeared again and again. America consistently invested in education, scientific research, entrepreneurship, and innovation. It attracted talented people from every corner of the world, turning diversity into one of its greatest strengths. While not every challenge was solved, the country's ability to adapt often became its greatest advantage. Today, the United States remains one of the most influential nations on Earth. Its economy affects global markets. Its technology shapes everyday life. Its universities educate future leaders. Its entertainment reaches billions of people. Its scientific discoveries continue to change the world. But history also reminds us that no superpower remains dominant forever. Every great civilization rises because of discipline, vision, innovation, and hard work. And every civilization must continue earning its position through responsible leadership and constant progress. The rise of America is not simply the story of one nation becoming rich or powerful. It is the story of how ideas can transform history, how freedom can inspire innovation, how education can unlock opportunity, and how determination can overcome impossible odds. Whether you admire America or criticize it, one lesson remains undeniable. True power is never built overnight. It is earned through generations of sacrifice, vision, resilience, and the courage to keep moving forward even in the face of failure. History doesn't remember those who waited for opportunity. It remembers those who created it. And perhaps that is the greatest secret behind the rise of the world's most powerful nation.